Hey everybody, it's Dr. Kim. I had mentioned in our recent group call that we're completing a 9-year cycle right now. And so there's a lot of energies coming up that can be really challenging, bringing us into a new choice to resolve old energies, pains, hurts, resentments, fears, and release them, to leave them behind. Because at the end of this year, at 2016, it's the completion of this 9-year cycle. And so I had a lot of questions come up about what that was about. And I wanted to share a little more deeply about what that's about, because it can deepen your experience of what you're emerging into in this next year. So numerologically, I'm going to just write some numbers down. Numerologically, we can look at things in a really significant way. There is a whole science of numerology that helps guide us. These year that we're in, the number of year that we're in, has a really significant energy in that we feel, an energy that's impacting our lives. So when we look at 2016, 2016, and we add these numbers together, 6 plus 1 is 7 and 2 is 9. So this year basically equals the numerological equivalent of 9. Now, when we add these numbers, if it comes out to 2 digits, you add those digits together. So for 2017, it comes out to the number 10. We have 2 plus 1 plus 7 is 10, and then 1 plus 0 equals 1, or it comes out to a 1. So when we distill the number 2017 down to its numerological equivalent, it is the year of 1. So we went from a 9 to a 1. So you can see every year is going to come out to a single digit, and that's going to be 1 through 9. And so the energy of the 1, the year that's a 1, is a new beginning, a lot of new energy for starting things, a lot of inspiration and clarity of kind of starting a whole new sector of your life. And you can think of it like the energy of January. In January, it's like, I'm going to go to the gym and I'm going to do this thing. And you have so much energy for it. And maybe you even start that new habit. And then as the year goes on, it's like you got to stick with it in order to really instill that new habit. So the energy shifts and it changes. So the energy of the year for 2, for 3, I'm going to just write 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can look up numerologically what each of these years means. 2 is when you start to put things into action and start to kind of get things going. 3 is when things start to get created and externalized in your world. You start to actually create. 4 is when you have to actually discipline yourself to stick to it, to be grounded in this new energy of what you're creating in the year 4. To really let things take root. So it takes a lot of discipline, a lot of commitment, and that can be a really hard year. And then when we move into the 5, that's when things come into fruition. It's a lot more fun. You start to enjoy the fruits of your labor. 6, I'm not exactly sure. I forget what 6 is. 7 is when you get a re-evaluation. You start to kind of look, wait a minute, I'm re-evaluating my life. What am I really doing here? Do I need to change some things? Do I need to adjust some things? Do I need to release some old relationships or change my career? I forget what 8 is. 9 is the year of completion. So I'm not really that well versed with numerology, but just a basic overview of some of the ideas and how we're completing this 9-year cycle. 9 is the year of completion. And so every December is an invitation to complete that old year and the energies of what you've been moving through that year as we enter in the energy of a new year. But it is a really significant time right now, because as we finish 2016, which is a 9, a year of completion, and a completion of that 9-year cycle, and we enter 2017, which is at 1. It's a whole new world that you're entering. You also have a personal year. So my birthday is 2/7, February 7th. And you want to look at the month and the day. And so if I add 2 and 7, it's 9. And then you use the numerologic year, and so that's going to be a 1. So for me, my personal year in 2017 is going to be a 1, because 9 plus 1 is 10, and then 1 plus 0 is 1. So not only for me is 2017 a year of a 1, a new beginning, but my personal year is also a 1. So if you take your month plus day plus calendar year, That's your equation. Your birth month plus your birthday plus the calendar year that we're in, that will allow you to figure out your personal year, your personal numerologic year for 2017. So we are collectively entering into the one sort of as a culture, as a humanity, and you'll also have your personal year of what you're personally moving through. So I hope that assists you. It's really a big invitation for so many of us to complete, as we complete these last few bits of the year, and allow whatever is coming up, even if it seems like this, oh my God, this is a really intense, severe thing I'm moving through, do it willingly. And a lot of you know, I just went through a huge disappointment and things not going the way that I thought they were going. And I just learned about this at that time. And it helped me so much to say yes to everything I was feeling, to everything that was coming up, to everything I was going through, knowing it was like the universe assisting me in gutting out all those old little remnants of the energies of maybe a little anger, but it was a huge amount of disappointment and like despair. And so I just like really dug in and allowed so much of that to come up, allow myself to really go into that disappointment so it could flush out. And that's what you're doing right now. So take these last few moments of the year to allow that and embrace that, because you are moving in to a whole new cycle, which creates completely new possibilities for your life. Sharing my love with you, and I welcome your questions, and I'll see you soon.